Well, good morning, guys, and welcome to the news. Today is Friday, and man, we got a jam-packed session for you. But before that, weather. All right, guys, and Fernando, what do we got today?
Today we have a 68.
68.
Yeah. The high is gonna be like 79.
Yeah, I was gonna say
80.
It's gonna be hot. Yesterday was weird because I asked you at one point. We worked outside yesterday, and we kept coming in and out. I was like feeling weird, and I was like, dude, is it hot? Like, or is it just me? Because
keep in mind we had cold days.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was just,
and then now, boom.
Yeah,
the heat come back.
80. Jesus, man. I mean,
exactly.
It is not 80 in northern Indiana. Morning. It is 35 degrees. That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Just got back in last night. Rainy, icy tundra. Yeah, exactly. 57, mostly cloudy with rain later. 64 in East Tennessee. That's probably not going to be a terrible day. 63 and gloomy in North Carolina.
Very nice.
Buenos dias. Good morning.
Yes.
Why is the mouse not working? Yeah, still waiting. Orlando, 69 with a high of 81. Exactly. Checking in from Massachusetts, 37 and rainy. To me, that sounds miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, chap. 64 on a cool evening in South Australia.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, it's like I thought it was their summer. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Howdy. 46 with a high of 55 in the cardio capital of the world, Fort Worth, Texas. Dude, it was cold there. It was nice to, for them. Oh yeah, they got a lot of the tropic blast or winter blast or whatever the hell the media is calling it. That it's like it was cold. 43 and raining in New York. It just sounds terrible. 59 degrees in Lawrence, Georgia. So it's funny. I watched this guy in New York who does real estate, and he just generally talks about New York. He lives in downtown, and they have this new subway gates that they're trying out, and they're like the airplane terminals where you scan your phone and it opens. You get on the tram. Yeah, same thing, but in a subway, the door opens and people just pile through, and then it closes. And so now they have to have police there. It was just one of those funny things. They're like, that was a bad idea. Dean is correct. AI, we should not lose the ability to think for ourselves. We're going to. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. There's no question about it. Morning from Dallas, Texas. Getting ready to install some breathalyzers.
Oh.
We looked at that once. It was not hot, Dean. 81. It's a little windy. It was nice. No, it was we don't. Yeah, it was hot, and the humidity's back already. So Washington is 10 degrees.
Good.
Ooh, yeah. We got down to wind chill of 0 for a bit.
That's crazy.
I know, right? That's just crazy. What is up?
What's up?
Nothing. Just doing this little news thing. Pretty excited about that. It's Friday, so that's just want to get through the day, get on to my night. Might be babysitting night, so looking forward to that one.
Did they just start?
Yeah, but I want it to be over.
Okay.
I'm cool with it being like
done.
Yeah,
you're done with the show and let's go home.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I would love to do that because I could use a day to kind of get a bunch of shit done. That would be fantastic.
That would be on Monday.
No, Monday I have to work too. But no, I would like to go home today. I trust me, I have a ton of work that I would love to just sit down and bang through.
Mm-hmm.
Hello from Southern Illinois, 39 and cloudy. And that way I could have Sunday to myself. Hola.
Massachusetts.
Checking in. You guys rock. OGs of karate. Original,
thanks, man.
Old guys or original gangsters?
I like to be original gangster.
I think I'm leaning towards original gangster because I don't
for sure.
I mean, yeah. You guys gonna get your hands on a Kicker Warhorse amp? All things are pointing that way. It's not high on my list of priorities though to really hammer them for one, because it's not really like our thing to say. Like I don't think we'd ever sell one. I mean, I'm never gonna say never, but I don't think we'd ever sell one. But
never say
no. What I really want is the circuit board because they have a bunch of prototype circuit boards. And I'm every time we talk, I go, when are you gonna send me the circuit board, dude?
Right.
Oh yeah, let me check into that. Morning, 43 in the Pacific Northwest, 37 in Massachusetts.
That's right.
Just call Paul and tell him you're sick.
Here's your PTO.
We don't have any of that stuff, really. It's so weird. We just leave. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Buenos dias. The rest
What's
is
up?
you.
Buenos dias.
Like, tacos. Potatoes. Hey guys, after a week of snow, the 3 days of rain, now it's 9 a.m. and 45. That sucks.
Very nice.
Yeah. Gangsta. Okay, good. Gangstas. That's what I want. I was just making sure. That's what I said. That's a cool name, Glass. Morning. Always. I see you're live. It's because we're live a lot, so that makes things easy. But we got news for you because, hey, we like doing this. And we'd like to thank CE Outlook. Because of her, we get to do a news show. It's really what it is. We can't convince manufacturers to just send us the news so that we can report on it, which is silly. So we just gave up. And we just decided to go with her because they call her and give her stuff. So we'll just take it from her. And so all the stuff that we're going to talk about today, there's links in the descriptions to the original story. And of course, there's other stories that we just don't cover because we don't think you guys would be interested in it. So if you're interested in finding out more, click some of the links and or head over to CE Outlook and give it a look. Let's get started, shall we?
That was a lot.
Yeah, the funny thing is there's no like argument. So there's no AI story today, so we don't have to argue about that crap.
Oh, we're going to argue.
So most advanced Harley deck, yes, coming from Soundstream.
That's crazy.
This is one of those things that I just kind of laugh at because you look at the big three, which is or the big four, call it whatever you want. We'll call it the big four. So
big four.
You got Sony, JVC Kenwood, Alpine, and Pioneer.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the big four.
Yeah.
None of them, and this is what they do for a living is make radios.
That's the primary market.
Is make radios, and they are letting Soundstream, Diamond,
Boss,
Sir and Vega. They're letting all these, and there's a couple others which I can't think of.
For sure.
Make these radios. They're just handing it like it's like this. Unbelievable that these guys are this inept and can't figure this. Like it's so bad. And when we talk to them, they have it's not there. No, I mean even Rockford has a motorcycle radio. They're not even interested in it. Kenwood just got interested in it. Is starting to make like speakers and amps and stuff.
There you go. That was about to say. Okay, why we focus on speakers when
because they're
have thousands of speakers
because they're not they're third partying it. Like it's all third party.
But why not put the eggs on like something like this?
Japan isn't going to get behind this, which doesn't make any sense. I just think it's hilarious.
So speakers, yes, not radio.
Well, yeah, but there again,
we have the technology. Let's use it. No.
No, this is iData compatible. It's 2019 and up. It has a headphone system. So you guys see motorcycles where
that's it.
The guy in the back has the guy in the front has one. It's all built into the radio. You can switch between what you want to do. I mean, it's just insanity. And of course, it's iData, so all the telemetry for the bike gets piped into the radio.
You can connect to multiple bikes.
Yeah. With as long as you're within 330 meters of the first bike, anyone that has this radio, you can do a big party mode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's neat. It's really cool. I just think kudos to SoundStream for coming out with this and having enough foresight to do this. But
you know what? I would love for these guys, because it's a motorcycle, and what happened with motorcycles? Crash and record.
Right.
Be able to sell that radio with a front camera, backup camera, that records.
Well, yeah, we had that. It was made by Kenwood, and Kenwood has already discontinued it because they didn't see it as a...
No. That's what I'm saying. These guys. Because these guys have everything.
To answer this question, no, I haven't called them yet. But I'm going to see him in a week. So we'll talk to him there. Morning from Florida Panhandle. What's going on?
What's going on?
So this is funny because to me, like, I think this would be the time, like, if Marty was in the comments, Marty would be like, "Yay!" And don't get me wrong. Where's it at? There was a comment here.
Wow.
Hold on. No more motorcycle stuff. I totally understand. It's a slow news week. And the story isn't so much about motorcycle stuff. It's the fact that this is one of those situations where it makes no sense how this is going. And that to me is kind of emphasizing the point of being on this side of the car audio. Mm-hmm. We look at this stuff and we just go, really? Makes no sense. And that's okay. Let's move on to the next story. So they're getting a lot of this news today. There's some new product news that's coming, but it's kind of funny because, so Garmin is to supply Kawasaki on new rigid side X by sides, whatever. Anyways, and immediately think, oh, it's going to be JL that's going to help them because they bought JL and blah, blah, blah. And the reality is no. If you read the story, Garmin has been making products like this for these guys for a long time.
Yes.
They just now got the contract to do it. I think why this is a story is now that Garmin owns. So something has occurred to me. That sounds bad, but maybe Garmin bought JL not for all its product, but bought it for its fan base.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, JL Audio is a very popular product. In the world, I mean, regardless of whether you're into car audio, auto car audio, there's certainly like Kicker is one of those brands that you say the name and people nothing to do with car audio go because they heard many years Kicker type boxes. Like, yeah, I think I've heard of that. They might not know what it is, but JL is one of those things where it has a wide fan base and Garmin doesn't. So I was thinking because the only reason why this story got reported on was because Garmin now owns JL and it's part of the 12-volt community. So we got to go back to it and be like, oh, Garmin's doing this. And it's like, there's no story here. But I think the only reason why I thought this was an interesting story was because I feel like maybe they bought it because they're getting the technology, but they're also getting a fan base of people that is huge and are going to care about relevant stuff like this because they're going to go, oh, geez, this is going to be cool because it's Garmin. Garmin owns JL. I love JL. So I'm going to love Garmin. Maybe. I don't know. It's just one of those crazy thoughts. Yeah. But I really don't care about this particular thing. That was just my take on it. One of the new products is going to be this guy here. And there again, this is another one of those 40 things. So we're getting a 48-volt amplifier debut. This is a 48 to 72-volt amplifier from Sound Extreme. A small company out of Texas that supplies side-by-sides golf cart manufacturers. Mainly golf cart manufacturers. This is one of those things that is these, which to me, I'm surprised this has taken this long because, I get it, Lance. They purchased the brand. Yeah, and that would be the popular fan base. If I buy Nike, I'm buying Nike for Jordan, right? I mean, is that what you're going to do? Because that's what you want. So this is this obscure little company that just has a really small niche market, but they're making that a lot of people have been asking for, which is a 48-volt, 72-volt amplifier to just put directly into these. When we did the work for JVC Kenwood and with the little amplifiers that they make, it was like, why these are perfect for they should be for it. And there again. No, we're not going to do it. Different market. But they all want to be in that market.
For sure.
And it's like, just make the freaking pieces. If these company can figure it out.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. But the question is always the same. And I'll give you, now, if you, the guy, you on the other side of this, sitting there, typing in comments, and you say to one of these companies and say, hey, man, why don't you make a 48-volt / 72-volt amplifier? the first thing that they're going to say to us, the first thing, and you almost want to punch them in the face. And in fact, one day I probably will, because I'll just snap. How many of you are going to sell?
But just make me some product, and then I will start selling it. I have no idea.
You know, the reality is we're going to sell all of them. We're going to sell all of them. And that's going to be my answer from now on when they say that, all of them.
I get it. You know, as a big company, you put a lot of money into it. You got to make sure you're going to get your money back. But how do you know until you start making the product? You don't know what's the response from the audience, from you
well,
customers.
The other thing is a lot of manufacturers aren't willing to, no violence. I always choose violence.
Oh, 100% joke. That's what we're gangsters, bro.
Yeah. The reality is most of these manufacturers don't want to get involved until somebody else has already established it, and they just want to come in at the end and just like, now it's official. We're going to swoop up the business. You know, they tried that with overhead monitors, because like when overhead monitors and headrest monitors, like the big guys just didn't want to get involved.
All right. So for example, like Rockford decides to grab that big turn and go to motorcycle, right? Yeah. Boom. And everybody's like, ooh, let them do it. Let them fail.
Yes.
And then if it works, then we can go behind them and start. And that's what they did. They see the success. The Rockford start making huge impact in motorcycle. And they're like, oh, I want that piece of a cake.
Yeah.
So let's go get it, you know. But they don't want to take the risk. They don't want to be the first.
And there again, you know, it's not like this is the first 24 to 72 volt amplifier that's existed. No. You know, there are others out there
already. Yeah.
It's just the ironic twist in this is that they're introducing this into a market that they already are in. So they're actually answering the call, because right now they do a ton of stuff with golf carts and with 48, 72 volt systems. And they're like, why don't we just make our own amplifier that we don't have to put power inverters in. Yeah. And so they saw a hole and they plugged it. Yeah. But it's something that we've all been asking for years, and no one has decided to do. So, and the other thing, like Teramps, that's not going to be on everybody's radar, believe it or not, because it really doesn't fit the form factor of this. This is like kicker key size. This thing is tiny. This really doesn't work in.
This is like the Global Stinger / big companies like that. You know, they can buy these small companies and just take the technology, and it's like, okay, done. I don't know.
How about rental car companies that offer vehicles with different custom audio systems? Maybe a rideshare group could jump in on an idea. The big companies are trying to get the end customer and the direct sell the most they can. No, you're right. You're right. And that's a whole nother topic that I don't want to get in, because it's only a half-hour show. But yes, it's called DTC, in case you're wondering, Car Gift. It's called direct to consumer. And most of these big companies, they have what's called a DTC department, which is specifically designed for selling directly to consumer. Now, manufacturers are doing this in a multitude of different ways. Some of them use fulfillment, which is where, you know, you sign up, us as a dealer, and you as a dealer sign up as a fulfillment center. You go to the website, they decide they want to buy it, they type in where they live, and then you get the option to ship it or sell it to the customer through the manufacturer. I mean, the manufacturer is just using you as a, I want you to know that's coming from my watch, is coming from not them. So they're not handling shipping and stuff like that. So they're not pulling you out of the loop. That's the one that makes the most sense, but it's also a lot of work, because you have to get retailers to sign up. Yep. You have to make them understand that they have to ship product, and some of them aren't going to do it in a timely manner because everybody wants it in a day. And so then you say, screw it, we're going to do it ourselves, which has become the new thing, where it's like they just ship out of their own warehouse facility to the individual, and they make all the profit and all the sales, and that gives them the ability everything. So it's a hectic thing, and it's really ridiculous, but has nothing to do with this particular thing. Pretty excited though, because professional is not the end consumer. We'll get the 48 volt amps when we get more center channel integration product. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Moving on. RVD ships amp replacements for BMWs, Mercedes, and 10,000 other vehicles. So this is one of those things that I kind of looked at. RVD, Rich, good friend of ours, and he sells. RVD makes the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay integrations into factory radios. So the thought in my head was always of this. It's like, if we could figure out how to jailbreak a radio so that we can force in some of the stuff that we're forcing in, because I mean, when we put these units in, they're not like 2-second installs. They're literally like pull the screen out, pull the brain out, plug harnesses in, plug, and it's like you're interfacing cables, you're doing all kinds of ridiculous stuff that these companies are somehow figuring out how to do, which is, it's mind-boggling that this is even
possible.
Yeah. It's so strange. And it's like, if you could figure that out, how come you can't figure out like an Amp Pro style thing? Because clearly whoever...
it's different. It's totally different. Yeah, sorry. No. Let me talk to my engineers.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this seems like a natural thing for them. And apparently now it is. So they're coming out with a lot of these over the next 6 months. The supplier that they use is getting deep into this, because this is the new radio, guys. This is the black box that's gonna go from your radio to black box. To your amplifiers or your DSP or whatever it is. So black box technology is going to
change your mind,
change the world. Right? We're
this is AI, Brian.
This is AI. We need AI. We need a smart AI that we can just drop a module in the car and it'll go, "Hi, how are you?" And then it'll just talk to the radio and give us a preamp.
You have 56 inches to your driver's side.
It's okay, man. It's okay. But good morning to you, Kevin.
What's up?
Actually, it's the opposite. The big companies have the facilities to do the R&D, so these little pop-up audio brands jump in once they figure out the tech. So actually what happens is most of the time is the little guys are the ones that come out with the tech, and the big guys are sitting on their hands going, "Yeah, we don't want to put any dollars into this." That's what I'm saying.
The big guys, they don't want to take the risk.
And we know a lot of the big guys that are just sitting there, and you ask them, "Hey, why aren't you going?" "Oh, well, one of my pet peeves is excuses, because everyone's got an excuse. It's a natural thing. But when I ask a simple question, I just want a yes or no answer, or a simple like, "Hey, this is why we're not doing this." But it's never that. It's always just a train wreck of excuses. And you look at them, you go, that doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. Are you listening to what you're telling me? And I'll have to have that conversation like that. Like you make have like, come on, man. Like, if I'm asking for it, chances are good I'm not the only one. But big guys have sticker holders in a lot of cases. Yeah, we're coming out with this, bro. It's coming. It's coming. We're doing it. We're gonna come out with neat stuff. But anyways, so this is gonna be a big market as we move forward. We know this is going to be huge. And it's good for Rich to get into this and start making products and try to make himself a name. Because Nav TV goes away in September, which is going to open a big hole. Supposedly there's a company that's going to come in and acquire some of the technology that he has or that they have and start selling the pieces under a different, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's neat to just see. I want to see this side of the market expand. I don't want it to just be, Metra. It has to be profitable for them naturally, but it also has to make sense. Like, we need these things for us to do our jobs. And so there's money to be made there, because listen, the factory systems aren't like they're getting better. They're getting worse. And because it's like cheaper, lighter, faster is the name of the game. So you buy this, $70,000-$80,000 car, and it's got cheap little speakers in it that sound like crap. And it's like, so $80,000 for a car. How much of that is going to the retirement fund for these guys and their health? And that's the problem, is that now these cars are so bloated because these companies have so much baggage that they're pulling behind them. Things got to change. But one more story to talk about, which is market shifts away from bulb replacement. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So basically the gist of this story is a lot of car manufacturers are going away from just having a replaceable bulb, and they're having a whole housing. Like your bulb goes bad, you're pulling out like old school, back in the 70s, your round or square bulb, those were the only choices you had. Would go bad, you pull the little thing, you pull the whole light bulb out, kind of like a screw bulb, and you put a new one in, screw it in, and everything was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then they figured, well, yeah, but we got to pay for all this glass and all this nonsense. Let's just make a little element that pops in from behind and clicks in. Oh shit, now we can make the lights any way we want.
Mm-hmm.
Now some knucklehead is thinking, oh, you know what, we should go back to the old school stuff. Just, of course, now it's thousands of dollars instead of $19. And like, yeah, we're gonna make it so if the bulb goes out, you got to replace the whole headlight assembly.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, can you imagine that shit? I mean, because you get a ticket if you get pulled over and your headlight's out.
Correct.
So, because it's against the law to drive that way. So naturally, you have to get it fixed. But could you imagine having to go back to a mechanic or the dealer? A mechanic I could see, but like you have to go to the dealership, wait 2 to 3 days for them to order you a headlight, and then charge you $4,000 to put in a new bulb.
Yeah, no, this is on purpose. I feel that they doing it on purpose because they lose that market of the bulb. You used to go and it's like, okay, I can go spend $40 or $50, whatever it is, go there. Now you have the third parties bulb lights. They are 100% better.
Our good friends Lucas
Lighting. You go there
LED
and you have the best light in there.
Yeah.
So that market is gone for them. So now it's like, okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even dude,
I agree.
Any car older than 5 years old, the market for
change.
Parts is pretty much lost from the manufacturer, unless you're talking like interior or body parts. But like everything else is like, very. I mean, what's going to happen is that if this happens, you're going to start to see Chinese manufacturers that are just making the whole housings at a tenth of the price because. And they'll be cooler
with removable bulbs
or just like because it's like you're not going to pay $10,000 to have your light bulb replaced, or $2,000 to have a light bulb replaced. That's just asinine.
No, not at all.
See, we actually agree on things sometimes. It's crazy, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. But either way, I think it was funny. I mean, because like when we look at that, like when we talk to the Lucas guys, Steve Rogers.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing what they're doing with this technology, with LEDs and all this fun stuff like that. And we already know that how hard it is to replace a headlight bulb. Now, sometimes you have to take the bumper off. You have to take the, take a lot. Sometimes you got to take the front of the car off. So I mean, from that perspective, it sucks. But it's still like an hour and a half's worth of work. So I mean, at worst case, you're looking at $500 to change a light bulb. Which sucks. But there again, if you got a screwdriver, you can still do it yourself. The product is going to be $2,000. That's going to suck. If you have $100,000 or a $250,000 car, all right, you're not working on your car, right? Because that's an exotic. You're just going to take it. You're going to pay your $800 to get an oil change, and you're like, hey, one of my bulbs is bad. Oh, that's $5,000 for a bulb, and they're going to be like, are you out of your frame? Yeah. So
I agree with Lance. That's going to create a new market for sure. This is going to be like the third party that's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to make this as a replacement for you to be able to change whatever bulb you want. Boom.
Yes. We talked to Captain America.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah. Talk to Captain America.
We'll be shopping at AliExpress for headlights. Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And it's not if it happens, it is happening. It is already a
happening.
Thing. I think it's just ridiculous.
I think this is AI technology for sure.
Oh, it's AI doing,
the things.
I got some awesome headlight bulbs from China. They are the best. Hey, listen, Chinese cars need headlights too, right? I mean, let's be honest. It's
that's what it is.
You need a headlight, and every car needs headlights. It's not, it doesn't really matter where they come from. You're still gonna need a headlight. So, hey guys, guess what? That is the news. That is what happened in the 12-volt community this week. It's a lot of fun. I know. Hey, it's Friday, which means naturally tomorrow, if all things go according to plan, will be Saturday, which means we are going to be doing Q&A at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for that. Get your questions queued up early so that we get to them. And you know, because you can just start asking questions, and he just starts clicking little stars so we go back and answer them. You just got to wait till your turn. But that's tomorrow. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram. See what's happening in the Bay.
5 minutes with 5-star.
Yep. Today, this week has been weird because we haven't done it much this week, but like then we did like an hour and a half. It felt like.
Yes, exactly. So you did for the whole week, man.
Yeah.
So.
But anyways, you guys have a great day as always. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.